Hi everyone, doing a quick sketchbook tour here. Just gonna see some of the old stuff I did. This is a sketchbook I started in November of 2019, just a real quick TLDR. I've drawn most of my life, but I gave up for a while and I started kind of taking it seriously again sometime in 2019. This is a real cheap sketchbook I got at Meijer for a couple of dollars. Paper quality is not great, but you know what? I can still draw on it, so it was fine. Like to stack stickers all over the front of my books because I think the sketchbook covers are ugly. But let's get into it. So here we have the first sketch. These are some characters I've had in my head for a really, really long time. This is Cat Foxglove, David Blackthorn. You'll see a lot of them. One of my real precious babies, I guess. We'll see if I ever actually get around to writing their story. Not terribly happy with this picture, but I hadn't drawn in a long time when I drew that. It's another drawing of Cat. Not very good. Again, you can see I'm like really grinding in on those lines there, like no confidence in that. It's not terrible, but definitely not a quality I hold myself to these days. More characters from that story. This might be Jamie, who's Cat's twin brother, but I'm not 100% sure. This looks like some David iterations. I don't know who these are supposed to be down here. I've done a lot of thinking and sketching since then. This one I think was supposed to be Cat again. I really like this drawing, just the design of the dress. Clearly still real lacking in confidence in some of my lines, but it turned out okay. Here we've got some fan art that didn't turn out great, but it's fine. It's fine. I was learning. We've got Lotor from Voltron Legendary Defender. I've loved Lotor since the early 80s. I'm real old, yes. We've got Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop, Utna Tenjo from Revolutionary Girl Utna, and of course Toph Beifong from Avatar: The Last Airbender. I would be a little embarrassed to show these off, honestly, but there they are. They're fine. You know, phases. We've got David again, Cat. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be Jamie. I'm not sure who this is. We can see I'm doing a lot of trying to like lock in their designs, so actually maybe that's Cat's dad. I don't know. But you'll see a lot of iterations on character design going through here. I was still not being very serious, but I was having a lot of fun. Pretty sure these are supposed to be Cat again, so I guess that's her dad, if he's holding on to her. Pretty sure these are all Cat again. This one looks pretty good. I'm actually pretty happy with that one. These two are a little awkward to me, like her head's way too big. Like the design on that one. There's that character. I don't know who she is. I don't know who she is. And there's Cat again. I clearly love to draw fashion related things. When I don't know what to draw, I default toward drawing fashion. Maybe not fashionable fashion or in style, but I don't know, just drawing clothes is really fun. It's relaxing to me. There's Cat again, surrounded by a bunch of cats. These are supposed to be a variety of family members. I don't remember who's who. More cats. There's Cat and David. See, I'm messing with his design again. I think these are a variety of cousins, maybe? That might be an uncle. That's her grandmother. I really like that picture. We've got more David. You can see I'm trying to make his hair straight. I don't like him with the straight hair. Like him with the kind of curly to wavy. Draw lots of pictures of them kissing because I'm a romantic at heart. More Cat and David. I don't really like any of these. I was making her face way too square. It was a phase. I don't know who these characters are, but again, love drawing me some stuff. Girls in dresses. There's another cat, don't like that. The body's fine, don't like her face. That's a really good one of David, actually. That's a very, I would say, on-model picture of David. More cat and David. Again, don't really care for her face. Body proportions are getting a little better. I went through a school phase with these characters, so that's a younger David, that's a younger cat. I think this is them older again. I think that was supposed to be cat, but I couldn't tell you. More cat and David. You'll see this a lot. I don't always fill my sketchbook pages. It looks like I spilled some water here. It's another one, a cat. It's okay. I don't like this area. That's a very hard angle to draw a head at, I think, personally. More cat and David. Again, school age AU. I don't know. I keep looking away. I'm trying to make sure my camera hasn't turned off. It's a real old Canon, and I don't have a flip screen on it, so I have to keep checking to make sure it's still recording. There's more cat and David. Random sketch, real bad body proportions. This character is, well, she's written down as Ariel here. I occasionally refer to her also as Uriel. I haven't quite settled on a name, even though she has been a character in my head since high school. I was really into Phantom of the Opera, so she's kind of my OC in that universe. This is Gustav, who's also another character in her universe. This dress actually came directly out of a La Mode illustré from like 1904, I think. And I really like Edwardian fashion too. Again, me and my fashion. This is Ariel and Gustav again. You can see I'm playing around with names. I've blocked out just some notes I've put on here that y'all don't need to see. We've got Kat and David again. Don't care for her face. Again, it was like too square. She needs to have like a longer chin, I guess. More Kat and David. Here we have some good Ariel drawings. I like this one of her dressed up in like boys' clothes. That was supposed to be a fire poker in her hand. I should probably use reference for that. I think this was supposed to be Christine Daae, would be my guess. This one is another one of Kat. It's fine. Looks like I got a couple more Davids here I was working on. I've paper clipped off a section of pages here. Just there's stuff from something else that I don't want to share. This is a really bad drawing of Kat, I think. Like, I don't know what's going on. Off day. Happens. Random drawing. Another random drawing. See, we've jumped to 2023. I must have decided I need to finish the sketchbook off. We've got our first Rita in this sketchbook. Got another Rita, back of someone else. Don't know who that is. Looks like I was doing some warm-up sketches. I think that's supposed to be Kat. A random girl with like some victory rolls in her hair. I don't know. Another random girl. This might be Kat. That's definitely David. This I think is Mickey. This might be Jamie. I'm not sure. More Rita. Struggling with hands. It's fine. Here you can see I'd switched over to pen. I was really struggling with pencil for a while. I was just erasing too much, so I made myself draw in pen for quite a while. Just like, so I couldn't stop and erase and really focus in on one spot. It was just like, it was a way to force myself to keep drawing instead of erasing and retrying and erasing and retrying. It worked well for me. Just more random drawings. This is me. I was apparently having a real bad day. I don't know if the camera's picking that up. It says, I feel like hot garbage. And then this picture is just a random sketch. Don't know who they are. I really like this. I don't know, the shape language here in the hair and the face turned out really well. Just really, really liked it. And when I say I like something I drew, that's like something to celebrate, because I don't say that very often. Got some random sketches here. Looks like I was testing out some pens in a pen pack I bought. We've got Kat, her twin brother Jamie. I think I was working on some uniform designs. Didn't get very far on that page. There is Ariel again. I have this scene that plays in my head where she goes to a ball or a fancy dinner party kind of thing, and she's got like a winged headdress on. I haven't quite figured out how to make it work very well. Random sketch. I think that was supposed to be Kat. Playing with some fashions again. See, there's Ariel with the wings again. Trying out some brush pens. Brush pen again. Random guy, I think. There's Kat and Jamie again. I was definitely struggling to get my proportions correct. I think that's Kat. There's Jamie, David, Kat. This looks like my cat Kaz. And there's some beans. Random page of sketches. Random sketch. More random sketches. I really like this one again. Again, the shape in the hair and the face is really good. I'm pretty proud of that one. Maybe I just need to draw characters that aren't mine for a while. Getting too precious about it. Random sketch. Quick and dirty, trying to get an idea out of my head. Don't always follow up on those ideas, but I'd rather have it on paper than lost forever. There's Kat, David, Jamie. I didn't draw anything under this scribble. I was just, I don't know, just put the censor box there anyway. I really like this one, like her face looks good. The shape up here looks really good to me. All right, camera shut off, so we're gonna try this again. So we got Kat, Jamie, the twins. I think this is another Jamie. Getting a little more consistent with my character design. Not perfect, but we'll get there. I need to do some model sheets. Random fashion sketch. I like the rolled bun look and hair. I think that's really cute, cool. Got another Rita. I think that one of my issues with my proportions between some of my characters is that Rita should be a little more squat, I guess. So like swapping between her and my human characters, like I screw up I elongate them too much in retaliation, I guess, to my brain. I think that's some good shaping here on the curve around the hip. Really like that. This might have started out as a cat picture. I don't know. I don't know how she can walk in that skirt. Real narrow. And then some random sketches. Nothing terribly exciting there. I think I've just got some stickers on the back I was trying to get rid of. Yep, it's peeling off. But if you stuck through this, thank you very much for watching. We'll see if I post another one of these. I know I've got at least a couple more sketchbooks I could do. Maybe I could film myself doing some actual colored work as well. But if anybody's interested, let me know. If you're not, you can also let me know, but that might be a little rude. But you do you. Anyway, again, thanks again for watching.